Okay. Hello guys, my name is Nabila Khairunnisa and I want to explain this presentation about SLA, the project. So here we go. Good morning, everyone, and thank you so much for being here today. Language is one of the most fascinating aspects of human communication, and learning a second language can open up an entirely new world of opportunities, whether it's for personal growth or career or advancement or cultural exploration. Mastering a second language is a goal many people pursue, but there is question why it is that some people seems to learn new language effortlessly while others struggle for years without much progress. Is it simply a matter of talent or three other factors at play? Today, I will explore the key factors that affect the success of second language acquisition, or SLA for short. SLA refers to the process of learning a language other than your mother tongue, whether it's for academic, professional, or personal purpose. This process is not just about memorizing vocabulary or mastering grammar. It's deeply influenced by psychological, environmental, and linguistic elements. To give you a comprehensive understand, I've divided this factor into three main categories: individual factors, which focus on the learning characteristics; environmental factors, which deal with the external influence; and linguistic factors, which pertain to the language itself. Throughout this presentation, I will explain each of these in detail, provide a real world example and another insight that can help you or someone you know improve the language learning journey. So whether you are a language enthusiast, a teacher, or simply curious or help, you will find this discussion both of information and practical. Let's dive right in, starting with the individual factors. The first set of factors that greatly influence the success of SLA are individual factors, those that come from within the learner. These include age, motivation, cognitive abilities, and personality traits. Each of these plays a significant role in shaping how effectively someone can learn a new language. Let's begin with age. Age is often regarded as one of the most crucial factors in SLA. It's really accepted that children have an advantage when it comes to language acquisition. This is due to concept of a critical period, which means a time during childhood when the brain is particularly receptive to learning language. Children are like sponges; they can pick up pronunciation, intonation, and even grammar effect effortlessly thorough exposure. For example, immigrant children who move to a new country often learn the local language faster than their parents because their brains are still highly adaptable. And however, this doesn't mean that adults can success in learning a new language. Adults have their own advantage, particularly in understanding complex grammar rules and applying logic to language learning. They also have clearer goals and motivation, which can drive them to work harder. For instance, an adult learning a language for career purposes may be more disciplined and focused compared to a child learning to play. Speaking of motivation, is another critical factor. Motivation can be divided into two types: intrinsic and extrinsic. Intrinsic motivation comes from a personal desire to learn, such as wanting to read books in the target language or connect with people from a different culture. Extrinsic motivation, on the other hand, comes from external factors like needing the language for a job or academic requirements or even immigration. For example, a student preparing for a university entrance exam and in a foreign language often highly motivating because their future depends on it. Cognitive abilities also play a key role in SLA. Memory, for instance, is essential for retaining new vocabulary and grammatical structure. Learners with strong memory skills can recall words and phrases more easily, which speeds up the learning process. Additionally, attention span and problem solving skills contribute to how effectively someone can engage with complex language concepts. Finally, personality traits matter as well. Extrovert learners who are more outgoing and willing to engage in conversation often make faster progress because they practice more frequently. They are not afraid to make mistakes, which is crucial for improvement. And introvert learners will, while more reserved, might excel in writing, communication, and develop a deeper understanding of grammar. Both of personality types can succeed, but their learning paths may be different. Moving on, let's discuss environmental factors. These are external influences that affect how quickly and effectively someone can acquire a second language. The most significant environmental factors include exposure, quality of instruction, and social instruction. First, exposure to the target language is arguably one of the most important environmental factors. The more often a learner hears, sees, and use to language, the faster they will acquire it. Immersion environments such as living in country where the target language is spoken are particularly effective. For example, someone living in French and surrounded by French speaker will naturally pick up vocabulary, expression, and pronunciation simply through daily interaction, even for learners who are not in a immersion setting. Increasing exposure through media such as movies, podcasts, and books can significantly improve their language skills. Next, let's talk about the quality of instruction. A skilled teacher can make a huge. Finally, we come to linguistic factors, which are related to the characteristics of the target language itself. These include the similarity between the learner's native language and the target language, the complexity of the target language, and the frequency of use. The first factor, similarity between language, can make a big difference. When the target language shares the similarity with her learner's native language, the learning process becomes much easier. For instance, a Spanish speaker learning Italian will find it relatively simple because both of language belong to the same Romance language family and share similar grammar, structure, and vocabulary. Okay, in conclusion, to sum up, second language acquisition is influenced by a combination of individual environment and linguistic factors. Individual traits like age, motivation, and cognitive abilities shape how a learner approaches the process. Environmental factors such as exposure, quality of instruction, and social interaction provide the necessary support and opportunities. Linguistic factors, including language similarity or complexity and frequency of use, determine the level of difficulty and adaptability required. Understanding these inclusion factors allow us to have developed more effective strategies for learning language. If you are currently learning a new language,